Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited and very special pinning ceremony for our Spring 2023 cohort. We are Taylor and Melissa, your Masters of Ceremony for tonight's event. We would like to begin by thanking everyone who made this night possible, as we are gathered to honor the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our nursing graduates. Before we begin, I would like to kindly remind everyone to please silence your cell phones out of respect for our graduates and the significance of this moment. We will begin the ceremony with a welcome address from our very own department chair, the lovely Dr. Marla Seacrest.
Hello, everybody. I just want to welcome everyone that came this evening. I want to say a special thank you to the friends and to the family, to the preceptors, to the faculty, to everybody who is supporting this class of 2023. The pinning ceremony is a really time-honored tradition, and it bridges the journey from student to nurse. And so it's really exciting to be here to watch this group of students become nurses and then to become our colleagues, which they are about to become. So thank you for allowing us, the faculty and the staff, to be a part of your journey and to trust us to provide all the educational experiences that you needed to have in order to become the nurse that you've dreamed to be. So welcome all, and we hope that you enjoy this evening of honoring these new graduates.
Thank you, Marla. We would now like to welcome our first student speaker and the Vice President of our Student Nurses Association, Jamie Pish.
Good evening, and as everyone else has already said, welcome to the pinning ceremony for the graduating class of Spring 2023. I'd like to start off with a quote from the founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale, which states, "The best nurses have the essential qualifications before they go to school." My classmates and I share these essential qualifications despite our many differences. Entering the program, some of us had kids, spouses, and prior careers, while some of us were still learning how to cook chicken. Some entered knowing they wanted to be a nurse from the moment they could talk, holding plastic stethoscopes to practice on dolls, while some of us chose it because it seemed fun. Since that beginning, we have seen and supported our classmates through divorces, births, engagements, and a pandemic. Throughout nursing school, we have learned the importance of leaning on one another for help and embracing our similarities. Although we entered as very different people, we are each exiting with the same goal: to help and to heal. Many say that nursing school is the hardest accomplishment they have ever achieved, and we had the added challenge of beginning nursing school in the middle of a global pandemic. Because of this, we have been nicknamed the COVID cohort. During our first semester, we learned almost exclusively online, using whatever we could to practice. As you may have seen in the slideshow, we learned by putting catheters in oranges, doing trachea care on foam heads, and doing wound care on hot dog buns. Some of you may have even been our patients at one point or another. I hope this encourages you all to take your vitamins, because this is who's going to be taking care of you if you ever get put in the hospital. None of this would have been possible without the support of our families, friends, and instructors. You have all been here to support us through joyful times like being admitted to the program and passing skills checkoffs, but you've also helped us through times when we didn't think we would make it. A fact many of you may not know is that throughout nursing school, most students consider dropping out at least once. I guarantee that every single one of you sitting here today has prevented that from happening. For that, I thank you, because we could not be so caring without having people who care so much about us. Thank you for your time, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jamie, and great job. We will now be hearing the same speech, but in Spanish, by Ms. Diana Zamora.
Estaré traduciendo el discurso de mi compañera de clase en español. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a la ceremonia de enfermería de la clase de primavera del 2023. Me gustaría comenzar con una cita de la fundadora de la enfermería moderna, Florence Nightingale, que dice: "Las mejores enfermeras tienen las calificaciones esenciales antes de ir a la escuela". Mis compañeros de clase y yo compartimos estas calificaciones esenciales a pesar de nuestras muchas diferencias. Al ingresar al programa, algunos de nosotros teníamos hijos, matrimonios y carreras anteriores, mientras que algunos de nosotros todavía estábamos aprendiendo a cocinar el pollo correctamente. Algunas ingresaron sabiendo que querían ser enfermeras desde el momento en que podían hablar, sosteniendo estetoscopios de plástico para practicar con muñecas, mientras que otras eligieron enfermería porque les parecía divertido. Desde que empezamos la escuela de enfermería, nos hemos visto y apoyado unos a otros a través de divorcios, nacimientos, compromisos y una pandemia. A lo largo de la escuela de enfermería, hemos aprendido la importancia de apoyarnos unos a otros para ayudarnos y aceptar nuestras similitudes. Aunque entramos como personas muy diferentes, cada uno salimos con el mismo objetivo: ayudar y sanar. Muchos dicen que la escuela de enfermería es el logro más difícil que jamás hayan logrado, y tuvimos el desafío adicional de comenzar la escuela de enfermería en medio de una pandemia mundial. Debido a esto, nos han apodado la cohorte del COVID. Durante nuestro primer semestre, aprendimos casi exclusivamente en línea, usando todo lo que pudimos para practicar. Como pueden haber visto en la presentación de diapositivas, aprendimos colocando catéteres en naranjas, cuidado de la tráquea en cabezas de espuma y cuidando las heridas en los panes para perros calientes. Algunos de ustedes pueden incluso haber sido nuestros pacientes en algún momento u otro. Después de enterarse de esto, espero que los anime a todos a tomarse sus vitaminas, ya que nosotros seremos sus enfermeros si están en el hospital. Nada de esto hubiera sido posible sin el apoyo de nuestras familias, amigos y instructores. Todos ustedes han estado aquí para apoyarnos durante los momentos felices, como cuando fuimos admitidos en el programa y cuando aprobamos las calificaciones de habilidades de enfermería. Pero también nos han ayudado en momentos en los que no pensamos que lograríamos. Es posible que muchos no sepan que la mayoría de los estudiantes de enfermería consideran abandonar los estudios al menos una vez. Les garantizo que cada uno de ustedes sentados aquí hoy han evitado que eso sucediera. Por eso se les agradece, porque no podríamos ser tan solidarios sin tener personas que se preocupen por nosotros. Una vez más, gracias a todos por acompañarnos durante este momento tan especial.
Thank you, Deanna. We will now introduce our faculty speaker, the amazing Dr. Wendy Matthews.
Thank you, Melissa. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with our nursing graduates. It is my privilege to have been asked to speak to you today, and I'm honored to be part of this amazing accomplishment. This ceremony represents the culmination of years of hard work. As you can imagine, the journey to becoming a nurse is intense, it's time-consuming, and it's physically, mentally, and emotionally challenging. This is truly a monumental achievement. I would like to begin with a quote about courage. Courage is not having the strength to go on, but rather going on when you don't have the strength. I believe this quote is appropriate for this cohort of students. When asked what they are most proud of in their nursing school journey, the students responded with pride in their ability and commitment to succeed. One student stated, "I'm glad I didn't give up even when I wanted to." And another said, "I'm most proud of the confidence I have grown in myself throughout nursing school. In first semester, I never thought I would make it here because I was so unsure of myself, but now I feel like I could actually be a real nurse." As you've heard from previous speakers, the pandemic threw these graduates many obstacles and unknowns, yet they had the courage to stand up to those challenges and keep moving forward. They lovingly refer to themselves as the COVID cohort. During nursing school, many juggled full-time jobs, they were single parents, and they managed a multitude of life events while still choosing this rigorous journey. They listened to recorded lectures while driving to work or attending a child's sporting event. They did their assignments in between life's demands and studied for tests all throughout the night, as evidenced by the amount of Starbucks they brought to class. They postponed vacation plans, missed important events, and sacrificed time that they would have rather been spending with all of you. In clinical, they went from being nervous to introduce themselves and possibly never even having touched a patient before, to gaining the confidence and the competence to support their patients during some of the most difficult times in their patients' lives. I have so many fond memories of this cohort. First of all, they have an amazing sense of humor. They were also fun to have in class and in clinical. I'm talking to you, Taylor. Keep your sense of humor. Nursing needs it, and you will need it too. You made many Zoom memories with a multitude of Zoom issues. Those will never be forgotten, such as taking selfies, Shaylee, while the camera was unknowingly on, then quickly trying to turn it off, not realizing you turned the mic on, while the class heard you telling your family about what you had just done. And I'll never forget all of the sweet smiling faces of your family members in the background. Although Zoom had some challenges, it also had some advantages, and I got to see all of your families, your households, your little brothers, Joey. Even one of you attended class through Zoom while in the hospital with your wife while she was in labor. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. Dedication and courage. I asked the graduates to sum up nursing school with one word, and these are some of the responses: stressful, intense, sacrifice, commitment, difficult, and challenging. They've been tired, they felt defeated, and they've struggled to manage it all. If they didn't do this for themselves, they did it for you. And they did it when they thought they couldn't or they wouldn't, and now look at them. Because of your support and their courage, you will soon have a future RN in the family. To the graduates, one of the most important lessons I can give all of you is to always do what's best for your patient. Whatever it is that's going to have the best outcome for your patient, have the courage to do it. Have the courage to fight for it. There will be times when you will feel defeated or beaten, I promise you that. But I also promise you that every time it will be worth it. What you know matters, but who you are matters more. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wendy. And you always know humor is the best medicine. Yes. We would now like to hear from the marvelous Sherry Brown for the history of the pin.
I have to be really careful because I don't know if you guys were watching last pinning, is I took all your speeches and I was sitting down while everybody was looking for their speeches, right? And they were all panicked and everything. Just leave it to me. This evening, let me tell you a little bit about the history of the pin. That is why we come to this event, and the students will have the opportunity to wear it when they get done, and for all the sacrifices they've done, and it's a great honor for them. The nursing pin has a long history dating back to more than 1,000 years to the 12th century Crusades. During this violent time period, those who were devoted to caring for the injured and the ill were given that large Maltese cross you see in many of the old movies to wear on the battlefields. However, it's a legacy of Florence Nightingale hundreds of years later that influenced modern-day nursing school pinning ceremonies. Hospitals recognized Nightingale's impact on nursing and began creating pinning ceremonies beginning in the mid-1880s. By 1916, pinning ceremonies were common in the U.S. and England as well. And since then, colleges and universities have created their own pin, as well as produced their own version of the pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony symbolizes the graduate's achievement of completing the educational requirements and marks their transition into our devoted profession. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sherry. We'll now go on to get started with the pinning, and for that we will introduce the wonderful Brandy Gleason.
So I'm Brandy Gleason, and I just wanted to say that this class has a very, very special place in my heart. They were the first students that I got to teach when I first started here at Stan State. So I remember them as very nervous first semester students, and little did they know I was probably just as nervous. So wow, look at you now. You guys are ready. And I'm so honored to be able to read your names tonight as you receive your pins. Okay, so, do I want to give directions? Okay, so if you are a loved one who will be providing the pin for your graduate, if you could maybe come to the side aisle and line up here, just help us move along a little bit. So will we be putting the graduate names up here on the PowerPoint? Do we know, guys? They don't know? Okay. I think your students are sitting in order that we're going to call their names, so try to pay attention to that. So. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so our first graduate is Oscar Amador Mejia. And he's receiving his pin from Jose Amador and Lorena Mejia. Our next graduate is Jose Avalar. And he's receiving his pin from Gloria and Manuel Avalar. Our next student cannot join us tonight, but I will read her name out loud, Nico Castano de Fe. Next is Jean Din. Jean is receiving his pin from Ton and Annie Din. And next is Shaylee Han. Shaylee is receiving her pin from Tamron and Daniel. Tanya Hensley. Tanya will be receiving her pen from Robin Epperson. And so sorry, Max Hensley and Mars Hensley. Okay, next is Taylor Henson. And Taylor will be receiving her pen from Robin Epperson. Next is Cameron Allen Javier. Cameron is receiving his pin tonight from Maria Venoni Javier and Alan Javier. Next is Tracy Johnson. And Tracy will be receiving her pin from Kathy Bowman and Jillian Johnson. Okay, next is Katerina Kulgejko. Katerina will be receiving her pin tonight from Olesia Kulgejko and Vladimir Kulgejko. Next is Anna Martine de la Torre. Anna is receiving her pin from Angelica de la Torre and Juan Martin. Next is Cheyenne Martins Diaz. And Cheyenne is receiving her pin from Timothy Martins Diaz and Kimberly Martins Diaz. O'Shawn Melkor. O'Shawn is receiving his pin tonight from Osias Melkor and Rachel Melkor. receiving her pin tonight from Joe Mendocino and Emma Mendocino. Melissa Serpa. Melissa is receiving her pin from Adeline Nichols and Evan Ensman.
Good job, Melissa.
Jamie Pish. Jamie is receiving her pin from Peggy Fuller and Myra Pish. Veronica Preciado. Veronica is receiving her pin from Nellie Medina. What are their names? And from Alan and Robin. And Melody. Oh, there it is. Alan and Melody. Zoraida Rodriguez Ramirez. Zoraida is receiving her pin tonight from Marco and Zulma Rodriguez. Cassandra Silvera. Cassandra is receiving her pin from Mark and Patricia Silvera. Dilveer Singh. Dilveer is receiving his pin from Sukhwinder Kaur. Emma Tuitu. Emma is receiving her pin from Sherry and Jesse Tuitu. Kim Tyler. John Hicks. Mario Valtierra. Mario is receiving his pin from Brisa Valtierra Jimenez and Mario Valtierra Sr. Mia Viss. Mia is receiving her pin from Jennifer and Walter Viss. Deanna Zamora. Deanna is receiving her pin from Maria and Antonio Zamora. Congratulations.
Next, we present the glorious Anne Stockman to lead us in the Florence Nightingale Pledge. And thank you, Brandy.
Well, you're all 10 now. What a great journey. I just want you to remember a few things as you go forward as a nurse. Never forget the light you bring, the lives you change, or the difference you're going to make in the lives of all your patients and community. So, congratulations. And can you stand? We're going to say the pledge together. And everybody in the audience who's a nurse, can you please rise so we can acknowledge you as we read the pledge? You can read it off the screen here. Okay. Join me in saying the pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations.
Without further ado, we would like to call Dr. Wendy Matthews back up to the podium. On behalf of our cohort, we would like to present our class picture to the School of Nursing. We will now hear closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you once again to those in attendance for helping us to recognize the efforts of these individuals and their celebration of their accomplishments. This event provides an opportunity for us to recognize you and welcome you as our peers and colleagues in nursing. Nursing graduates, you are getting ready to state one simple phrase 1,000,000 times over the course of your career. Hello, I'm going to be your nurse today. It seems so trivial, but those words and your actions hold a lot of power for the patients you will soon be responsible for. Never forget that. I urge you to be kind when no one is looking, give grace when it is not deserved, listen and do not settle, ask for clarity when you do not understand, advocate when it is not popular, show compassion and do not judge a person's situation. Give the benefit of the doubt and seek to understand. Be the nurse that everyone wants to have. And definitely never lose your courage. Congratulations.
To the faculty, we cannot express our gratitude enough for the unwavering support and guidance you have provided us throughout our journey in nursing school. Your dedication, expertise, and compassionate mentorship have played a pivotal role in helping us navigate the challenges and triumphs of this rigorous program. From the countless hours of instruction, including Zoom, to the personalized attention during clinical rotations, you have equipped us with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to graduate as competent and compassionate nurses.
Your commitment to our success has been evident every step of the way, and we are forever grateful for your tireless efforts. As we embark on our professional careers, we carry with us the lessons and values imparted by you, and we will strive to make you all proud. Thank you for shaping us into the nurses we are today and for preparing us to make a positive difference in the lives of our patients. And in the spirit of hand hygiene, we have soap for all of you for speaking today. Thank you.
Hand hygiene is number 1. If the cohort could please stand. This is the Stan State Nursing Spring Class of 2023. Congratulations, we made it through and it is finally over. This concludes the ceremony and it's time to party.
just Ann and I went. Everybody else bagged them.
I was
Well, I would've
I'm
come.
sorry. I was very planning.
And we were, and it was like we found all sorts of CC&E
Yes,
stuff that we
it's
didn't know
starting
was
to
there, and that was super helpful. And so
Good. Anything for me?
An old self-study we found, so that was
Good.
so. It's all my teachers.
Yeah, whether you know it or Sherry. Whether you know it or not, that my name is Sherry.
See just an email where.
I was just telling her we get no relationships or do things they super nice. Except the committee. But thank you.
Yeah.
Are you
I
working
know
hard?
that's what I missed from last summer.
Yeah. Do we have RN to the SME?
Do we not?
So
Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm going to Raymond tomorrow. Huh? Yeah, right, but after, because I'm gonna run to my desk, I have to see where I had him do it online.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm
So I get
Sherry.
to see.
Yes.
I think,
Yes, I
yeah, Sherry. I think it's
Sherry Brown.
Yes, Katie will be there. She's going to be your, back there
Esther.
Sherry Brown.
Another Sherry.
For Pathophys, I think.
No, you had me for professional nursing.
What you got?
Yes, Katie's here. She was checking in her hotel room. She came from, she's in Canada.
Yeah, so anyways, I got.
I got the door open.
up here.
This is as much as they'll legally do. But I was going to say, right
She and I.
across the way in the music department, it's nice and cool, and there's a water fountain. I highly recommend. Still got over 30 minutes.
Turn the lights down.
They're done as much as they'll allow.
Oh, Joe, you look at that.
What can we
I love it. I love it. It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could at least shut down the stage.
The lights are down.
Yeah.
So I'm working on keeping them, even though it's not cooler outside.
There's a lot of spots. No, I highly recommend building up the music department. Last time, there was a water fountain for a little bit. Got over 30 minutes. So finger on ears. What a way to start this summer. Sure did. Good old smell coming out of the
That is so true. Oh, how many people? 10. 13?
Should we just take off chairs that we don't need?
Take the ones in the back.
Well, I was just thinking, yeah.
Hopefully we get a nice cross breed.
You need Jen to work.
You had one of those boards. You had one of those boards that you do the lift, roller boards. Isn't that a roller board? No, that's our No, the black thing you have. Isn't that a roller door? Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those you go with and one more roller.
Right here.
So you guys all have one of these over here?
Thank you.
I always thought, oh, you got that.
Oh, y'all don't have to worry about the chairs. I got that covered.
There's only be 13.
I'm
going to read them off here and just put it up there.
Do you think they'll be this year?
13.
There's 13 now?
That's a great job.
Wherever it works best for the rest of the
I'm fine leaving
I
it
can,
here,
I
so
can
whatever
even step
works.
over here and do it like this.
Okay,
Whatever.
okay,
I'm not picky.
okay.
Wherever you want. I'm here for.
I think it works this way.
You'll pick up the rest of these chairs?
I'll probably end up doing like this, maybe. That kind of hurts though, to put it up high.
One's a rescue. One is my daughter's, and then the other two are older Queenslands. And my oldest Queensland, he was 16, he died about 2 months ago. He is so cute. Is that watermelons? What is that?
Yeah, it's watermelons. Look at that boy.
So cute.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's got kind of yellow, red hair.
Yeah.
That reminds me now that you showed that I have to show you my nephew. Because my nephew is definitely a redhead. Okay, name is dead. No, I don't know. I have no idea. Just ready. Nobody else has had. I don't know to me. This is a cutie pie. And he's a mom. I mean, he's like a redhead. I think he's gonna turn one next week because we're having a party. Yeah, it's really funny because he's opposite his brother. Are you the opposite? Here's his brother. This is all. He looks like he's a stud. Right now. No, this is exactly. He was in a wedding. My niece got married. That's. I was wondering. He's a punk. I'm taking him to Disneyland.
Oh, that's fine.
Your kids are gorgeous, too. Yeah, no. I'm gonna miss them because they're gonna move to Alaska. Very sad. He is sad.
That's only 8. Yeah, I couldn't be that far away. So she gets 12 years.
So is that how far? Yeah. I wouldn't be okay with that.
The first one is an hour and 15 minutes. No, 2 hours now, but Sarah moved up to Loyalton.
She went to Italy for a month.
2 hours, hour and 15, and 25 minutes.
Yeah, no, they're leaving for Alaska 3 days after we get back from Disneyland. I said to the guy who's in the suit, I said, suppose I've been told he won't be brought. He's gonna be with my niece.
And have Zooms.
My niece is my other brother's kids, and he is part Mexican and part white, but she says that she's American Mexican. And then if she's with her dad who's a redneck, she goes, I'm a redneck. So I'm taking her and that boy to Disneyland. So I'm pretty stoked by that. But the parents said the boy wouldn't go on any rides. So I asked him the other day, I said, you want to look at videos and see the rides you want to go on? He goes, no, I don't want to. Why not? Because I don't want to take the excitement away. I'm like, you're a nerd.
So you might ride it.
Yeah, I'm known to like his dad. I put him on a ride and it was a demon at one of the parks instead of the train. And I told him we were in line for the train the whole way, and then we get on a ride that goes straight up. So he remembers that, so he tells his son that. And his son's like, I'm not going on any rides with Sherry.
My oldest son Gavin on to Disneyland, and he was probably 6. And we were in the line for Indiana Jones, you know, right? And he fell asleep, and I was holding him in this line, and he was still sleeping when we got to the front, and I was like, what do I do? So I just put him in the seat, and he woke up as we started.
Thank you, guys. This is the class, the RN to BSN graduating class of 2023. So tonight is their pinning ceremony, so we just want to welcome them. Go ahead, sit down. Good evening. My name is Dr. Sherry Roper, and I'm the program director for the RN to BSN program. Tonight's ceremony symbolizes the dedication and commitment that these graduates have made to the profession of nursing. These graduates are already working RNs, so they already are aware of the sacrifice and the commitment it takes to be a professional nurse. And on top of that, they've entered the profession during one of the most challenging times in nursing history, COVID-19. So they understand what it means to sacrifice and give up family time. And not only did they make sacrifices at home for their profession, but also they were going to school full time. And that's a tremendous amount of things to balance. I too went to school full time and raised my 3 kids at the same time. So I really applaud them for what they do in working and being parents and also going to school. So I want to say how much I admire each of you for what you do. And with that said, I would like to ask everyone to please stand and applaud these graduates for what they've done for our profession and for being dedicated to nursing education. I also want to just take a moment and thank our faculty and our staff who guided these students along the way on their journey. Many of these guys did not know any of us because they attended a program online. So we only get to see each other on little screenshots or pictures or videos. So tonight is really a special occasion for all of us because we really get to meet and see each other in person. So it's truly a wonderful ceremony and celebration. So I just want to also thank the faculty for being here tonight to take part in this celebration. But more importantly, I want to also thank each of you in the audience because if it wasn't for your love and support of each one of these members here on stage tonight, their journey may not have been possible. So I want to say thank you and applaud each of you for the sacrifices that you have made to help each one of these individuals sit here today and to obtain their BSN degree. So with that said, I'm going to turn the ceremony over to the students because that's what tonight is about you guys and you guys celebrating their achievement. So would the guest speaker for the students please come forward? Who is doing the... We had a little bit of change in our agenda, so if you want to introduce, because I didn't get the new names of who switched, so...
Oh, I was originally just going to do it, so...
Oh, okay, well good. So now we're back to the original. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So my name's Yesenia. I'll be doing the speech. Good evening, everyone. We're here today to celebrate graduating nursing school again. Thank the individuals who helped us along the way and to acknowledge the trials we endured and express gratitude for the friendships we made with the classmates along the way. I had no idea what I was getting myself into on the first day of orientation, but I had already paid my tuition fee, so at that moment I was all in. Even though we had already endured the trials of the traditional nursing program, we now face new challenges. From working 8 or 12-hour shifts to making sure our home duties were fulfilled and maintaining a social life, nursing school this time around was the most challenging yet rewarding experience. The experience has enriched us in so many ways, from making lifelong friends and the teaching we conducted at clinicals and the experiences of never giving up, even when we thought it would be impossible. We now have graduated from associate degree nurses to Bachelor of Science nurses. The late nights, stress, and excitement have all been endured for this moment. I could not have done this without the support from God, my family, and the friends I made in my cohort. Now that I have spoken about the long nights of writing papers, meaningful clinicals, and thanking all of those who helped carry us through when we couldn't do it alone, I would like to conclude with a quote. You are educated. Your certification is your degree. You may think of it as a ticket to the good life. Let me ask you to think of an alternative. Think of it as a ticket to change the world. Tom Brokaw. That's it. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Katie Beam. She's our faculty speaker for the evening, and this was a special honor. The students voted for her to be the speaker for tonight, so she actually flew in Canada?
Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, okay, Vancouver, Washington to be with us tonight, so welcome, Katie.
Thank you. Well, good evening, guests of honor, my fellow faculty and graduates, and good evening, parents and friends, and the families gathered here to honor our BSN graduates of the class of 2023. It is a great honor and privilege to be asked to be the faculty speaker. Before I begin today, I want to remark on what an auspicious day this is to celebrate a remarkable achievement. You have worked hard, I mean hard, to get your BSN, and you have committed to your education, and this is a significant moment in your life. I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And as we gather here today, I reflect on a quote from Florence Nightingale, one of our favorite nurses. She said, "Let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives." In these words from Florence, I hear a call to action sent to all of us from across the years to embrace the journey of learning that is the hallmark of the professional registered nurse. In fact, I have had the privilege to be a part of that learning journey for each and every one of you. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I'd have the opportunity to be here on the very last day of your learning journey. I'm honored. You know, it started on the first day of orientation with these graduates when I terrorized them by telling them how much work it would be in my pathophysiology course. Imagine their disappointment to hear they'd have to reach way back to their prerequisite memories to pull out and dust off the Krebs cycle, to talk about molecular biology, cytokines and histamine and prostaglandins, and learn new concepts like oxidative phosphorylation. Remember that? Yeah. I think they thought I was a little off when I told them, "You worry about the learning, I'll worry about your grades." They thought I was crazy, I'm telling you. But it worked, didn't it? It worked. Look, you're here. There were challenges and there were sacrifices, and I recognize you faced each one of them while you were in school. I want to acknowledge that this class had their fair share of them. They had to navigate school while they were working during a pandemic. Some of you were starting brand new jobs. Some of you were in new grad residencies. Most of you were working the night shift while you were trying to read through hundreds of pages of dense pathophysiology and dissecting qualitative and quantitative research articles. In order to maintain Maslow's hierarchy, you developed some very interesting coping skills. I want to delineate some of these. For example, you discovered the joy of having your groceries delivered to your home from Safeway. That, or maybe your significant other was a much better cook than you were, or you became best friends with a DoorDash delivery driver. Perhaps your house didn't have to be quite so clean as you remembered it before you started your program. And in coping, you did a literature search using the mesh terms help, house, and clean, and discovered that there is a validated house cleanliness scale on a Likert scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being mother-in-law clean and 0 being kind of hoarder clean, and you were okay with it being like at a 2 to 3. By the way, if you let the dogs in after the baby's eaten and they vacuum all the stuff off, that's evidence-based practice. It's okay, it works. Also, you discovered it's more important to have a home office to do your homework than to guest bedroom, because, by the way, we never had any guests while we were in school because we were too busy. Many of you missed family, you missed friends, you missed parties, you missed weddings, you missed events with your children. You gave all this up for school. This is true. Your family and friends who are here were incredibly loving and kind and supportive. They never gave up on you, even when you might have felt overwhelmed, even when the work was hard. We thank them. And I want to acknowledge it has taken resilience and grit and a whole lot of ingenuity for you to get over the finish line today. And in circling back to Flo's call to action, why the sacrifice? Why the late nights? Why the missed family time? Why does getting a BSN matter? Because you need to be part of a well-educated, prepared nursing workforce. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing, it provides a broad educational preparation that is essential to make an impact in today's complex world of patient care. It's no surprise that registered nurses who hold a BSN with an interdisciplinary educational focus on clinical research and compassionate care make better patient outcomes. As I prepared to speak for today, I thought about how you could have the biggest impact on the world. I have a few parting pearls for you. Think of them as my thought questions, which you loved so much in Patho. There's some smiles over there. Here are a couple of them. Stay informed. Know what's going on at the Board of Nursing and with state and national health policy. Subscribe to a journal and really read it. Just one. You don't have to do a lot of them, just one. Or choose a topic that interests you and subscribe to a listserv so you can connect with others across the country with similar interests as you. Collaborate with people in your workplace, maybe through shared governance, and conduct some informal research. It doesn't have to be big, start small. Take care of yourself. It cannot be said enough. If you don't take care of you, how will you possibly be able to care for others? Learn self-care habits early. It will save you from burnout, and it will brighten your own light, allowing you to illuminate the world around you. Read about some of the harder to teach aspects of nursing, including having difficult, crucial conversations, especially with others who you might consider to have more formal or informal power. This will help you advocate for yourself and for your patients. Find a mentor. If you work with someone who you think of as a mentor, let them know. Maybe your mentor isn't in your workplace. Maybe they're a nurse with 40 years of experience who sends you the occasional encouraging email when you reach out and is a former faculty mentor, hint, hint. Okay? Keep looking until you find a mentor who's going to support you. I urge you to embrace new opportunities to contribute to your community. Through volunteer activities or serving on a board, give them your very best effort and approach each opportunity, much like I urged you to embrace VoiceThread the first semester we were together. Do it with an open mind, an open heart, with a sense of humility and a sense of humor. It goes a long way. And remember this journey, because one day it will seem so far away, but there will be a steady stream of new nurses marching in your footsteps, and they will need you, just as you need the nurses who've surrounded you and guided you along your journey. On the first day of class, I asked each student to hop onto our virtual platform called VoiceThread and record their getting to know you introduction to me and to each other. And in the assignment, I asked each student to share why they wanted to come back to school to get their BSN. Here's a little bit about what some of these scholars on this stage said. One said, after 5 years of practice, I want to take the extra steps to know and be more confident as a nurse. Another said, I feel a calling to obtain the highest level of knowledge in my professor to be the best nurse I can be. One said, I want my patients to recognize the BSN as representing the highest level of professional practice. One student is passionate about this opportunity as a stepping stone to advance her practice in nursing to becoming a nurse practitioner. There are so many stories sitting on this stage right now, so many dreams in this amazing group of graduates. When you really think about it, each and every one of you in your own way, you are answering Nightingale's call. We must be learning all of our lives. So now it's time to go out in the world and use all the tools and the knowledge that we have shared with you and everything you have learned here to make it better. You are educated, you are professionals. I think I can speak for all this faculty and say, congratulations on a job well done. Thank you. So now I'd like to introduce my faculty colleague, Sherry Brown, one of our nursing faculty, who's going to talk about the history of the pen.
Well, I guess I formally get to introduce myself to you guys. When you do things online, a lot of the times it's asynchronized, which means we don't see the students. And if we see the students, we just see a name, right, if we're meeting with you guys. I'm so impressed by you guys coming back. I feel like I'm being redundant when I'm telling you the meaning of the pen, because it hasn't changed. Can you believe that? It hasn't changed since you guys got your ADN. But let me just refresh your memory and let me clue you guys in again, because every one of you have sat with these graduates before to get penned. The nursing pen is a long history, dating back more than 1,000 years to the 12th century Crusades. During this violent time period, those who were devoted to caring for the injured and ill were given those Maltese crosses that you see in the old-time movies, and they wore them on the battlefields. However, you know, Katie talked about the legacy of Florence Nightingale, and the pen has a lot to do with hers too. About 100 years later after this event, she influenced modern-day nursing school penning ceremonies. Hospitals actually recognized that Nightingale's impact on nursing and began creating penning ceremonies during the mid-1880s. By 1916, penning ceremonies were common in the US and England too. And since then, colleges and universities have created their own pens as well as their own versions of the ceremony. But this penning ceremony, what it involves is the symbolization that these graduates achieved and completed the educational requirements, and this marks their transition into their devoted profession again. Congratulations.
Now we would like to ask family members to line up here who are going to be doing the pinning, and we'll begin the pinning ceremony portion. So, Stuart, would you like to come and read the names?
I'm Esther Harris, and I am an instructor for community health. So I did get to see these students in person, and they did a wonderful job. You can bring him, it's fine. Brent, do you want to go ahead and put the first one up? All right. Great, thank you. So our first student is Adasaji Adahumi, and pinned by, sorry, I can't see, Joy. Yesenia Alvarez Raigosa. And by her parents. Rebecca Esquives. Pinned by parents. Ernesto, Leticia. Garcia. Pinned by her husband and Martha Garcia, her mother. Dino Gutierrez Villacorta. Pinned by her dad. Mónica López. Pinned by her. Salvador López Ramírez. He's pinned by his brother. pinned by his mother. Nereida Padilla. Pinned by her son. And niece. Yesenia Raigosa. Pinned by her dad.
My dad.
Her dad. Yesenia, did I just do that one? Lauren Renteria. And by her daughter. Jaslyn Satkamp, I don't think is with us, but I think we should clap for her. And Paula Victoria. And by her husband and son. Thank you.
Hello, congratulations on your pinning. I know you've done the pledge before, but not as a BSN. So all this hard work is really worth it because now more doors open up. I encourage you all to get your public health nurse certificate and keep it and go on, make a difference in the world. So why don't you stand, we're gonna do the pledge. At this time, any nurses in the audience could stand up, and the nurses' pledge is on the bottom. So we have any nurses, feel free to stand up. We'd like to honor you and read the pledge with us. To all the faculty. Before God and those assembled here, I solemnly pledge to adhere to the code of ethics of the nursing profession, to cooperate faithfully with other members of the nursing team, and to carry out faithfully and to the best of my ability the instructions of the physician or the nurse who may be assigned to supervise my work. I will not do anything evil, malicious, and I will not knowingly give any harmful drug or assist in the malpractice. I will not reveal any confidential information that will come into my knowledge in the course of my work, and I pledge myself to do it all in my power to raise the standards and the prestige of practical nursing. May my life be devoted to the service and to the high ideal of the nursing profession. Congratulations.
So that concludes our ceremony for this evening. So thank you guys for taking part in this celebration. And congratulations, graduates, for class of 2023. And we expect to see you back for your master's degree.